Company traced my Glassdoor review back to me and now they want to schedule a call. I recently left a Glassdoor review for a company I interviewed with, but didn't end up getting the job. I wanted to alert other candidates about the red flags I found during the hiring process. However, the company somehow managed to trace the review back to me, and I have no idea how they did it. To be honest, I'm not even scared or intimidated that they found out it was me behind the review. I've been job searching since I got laid off, and I don't care about burning bridges at this point. Companies already burn bridges with their bad treatment and terrible hiring processes, treating employees and job candidates as disposable assets. The hiring manager even sent me an email to schedule a call with him to clarify some of the points I made in my review and to see if there's a job opportunity for me. But I've been burned by corporate so many times that I have serious trust issues with companies. At this point in my life, I don't believe anything that comes from them, especially if they start dangling carrots in front of me. I admit, I'm curious to know how they traced the review back to me, but I'm not willing to risk my privacy to find out. I also want to know if anyone else has had a similar experience with Glassdoor reviews being traced back to them. What are your thoughts on this situation? Should I take the call from the hiring manager? Or is it not worth my time? I'm open to any honest feedback and opinions. Thanks for reading. Tell them you prefer any communication be in writing. They'll leave you alone. If your review reflects your experience, I would tell them to leave you alone. Also, leave another review about them trying to get you change it. Their goal is uncertain and you have nothing to gain from that call. Best case scenario is they really want your feedback to improve. That doesn't excuse them tracing you when you clearly didn't want to be traced. Do not admit the comment was yours. Do not even answer their email. I repeat, you have nothing to gain and they are being disrespectful and potentially malicious. Don't take the call or communicate, especially if they do not reveal how they contacted or found you. My hunch is that companies can pay money to Glassdoor to remove or contact reviewers. If they want to improve processes or hiring, they can just make amendments based on your feedback or communicate in writing. In my view, they may be trying to get you to admit to or change review by threatening legal action in the future. Another red flag. How did they find out? I thought reviews were supposed to be anonymous and confidential? Or did they just have a really good hunch based on the comment that it was you? They can F off with that scheduled call. It's possible they actually traced it back to you. It's also possible they're contacting all recent applicants to find out who it was. Ask how you will be compensated for your time and input. Have you considered they haven't tracked it back to you and the call is a fact-finding mission to prove it was you before then threatening to sue you for it? There is a chance they did not trace it back to you and they just called all the candidates hoping to find who left the review. I mean, without seeing the review it is hard to say for sure. You owe them nothing, as they are not your employer. You don't have to admit you posted. Personally, I wouldn't. If they make you a job offer, keep in mind you do not have to accept it, even if you are collecting unemployment. It falls under inadequate work conditions. Too many red flags. From a pessimist's perspective, the company want to glean information so that they can plaster over their shoddy recruiting face. Fine. Since they aren't presenting you with a full-time job, you are what is termed a consultant. Consultants are paid way over the standard hourly rate, but only per consultation. If they let you know how they traced your review back to you, all the better. Post that information on Glassdoor as well. TLDR. They want to pick your brains. Charge them for it. IMHO, they are going to bribe you to take the review down. Unless they're willing to pay you for your time, I wouldn't waste my time. Don't admit to them it was you. You don't want the threat of a libel case. Whether or not it would be successful. Personally, I would pass and ghost them. They already turned you down. If they're only approaching you because of a negative review, that's bad. If they're approaching you BC you weren't the best fit for role A, but they really liked you and role B came up that they thought you would be good for, that's a different matter. This sounds like the first scenario. I can't waste my time on unpaid consultation to help your HR department with their interview process. Why continue talking to them? You didn't get the job. Fuck them. Are you sure they specifically tracked this to you? Is it impossible that they sent the very same email to every person that didn't get the job in order to try and find out who actually wrote the review? I'd notify Glassdoor, and I'd attend the meeting. And if they got a lick of hostility to their questions, I'd post that on Glassdoor as well. Unless you live in a very small community, it's not like one corporation is going to tell all the other companies to blacklist you. You've got nothing to lose. They already said they aren't hiring you. They didn't trace you. What's most likely happening is that they saw your review and pinpointed you by what you said to what happened in the interview. It's probably safe to say a couple of the interviewees got the same call, as they probably don't know which of you left the review. They could offer you an HR job or something, but it's most likely a bribe. Either a bribe in money, or they'll temporarily hire you and then fire you after your review gets taken down. Very unprofessional, and I would update your review and call them out on it. Schedule the call and ghost them. Apologize. Repeat. Apologize. Repeat. Continue until the corporate shill has enough evidence to present to the task assigning manager to withdraw the task.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.